Hey everybody, welcome back to another gear review for this beautiful Gibson right here that you just heard. Wow, what can I say about the J-45? Absolute classic model. I know most of you know all about it, but you know I just recently picked this up within the last few days, and I am thrilled with it. I am absolutely thrilled with it, and it gave my arsenal a little different tone now that I added this to my collection, and I'm very happy with it so far. I got this guitar used at a local music shop. It's a 2016 Gibson J-45 standard. And so a little bit about the that year. It's my understanding, and I haven't done a ton of research on this, but it's my understanding that Gibson in 2016 kind of updated the J-45 a little bit in some regards. Supposedly they rounded the edges of the fretboard a little more. I don't know because I don't have much experience with the J-45 other than this one right here. So comparing between earlier models and this one, I'm not sure how much more rounded that feels. I think some of the other stuff they did was just purely cosmetic. It wasn't really anything major. The J-45 is still pretty much the J-45. To my understanding, I believe this one has the scallop bracing as well. So that definitely helps with bass response. J-45s always have good bass response. That thump, they have a good thump to them. This one is no exception to that. Other than that, this is your standard J-45. Mahogany back and sides, if you don't know. Sitka spruce top with the beautiful vintage sunburst, which I love. Iconic. You have the Gibson mother of pearl inlay up here. Originally, they come with the Grover Rotomatic tuners. But the person that owned it before me, I guess, upgraded these sometime to these are, let me see here. These are Schaller, I think, is what they are. Schaller Deluxe tuners. I guess they're supposed to look like the Clusons or something like that. The Clusons. I could take them or leave them. I would have been fine with just having the regular Grovers. But he had it on there, and so that's what I got with it. Which is fine. He also upgraded the bridge pins. They were plastic originally, and I don't know if you can see that or not, but he put like some bone bridge pins in there with looks like a turquoise dots or something like that. Tusk nut, which is 1.75" nut width, which is, again, if you guys have watched my other videos, that's what I play. I try to buy all my guitars with 1.75" nut widths if possible. All acoustics anyways. So you have a Tusk nut there, 1.75". You have a Tusk saddle as well. This is the original saddle. Now I am going to, actually today after I get done with this video, I am going to install a Mac Nickel bone saddle that'll fit this J-45, just because I like all of mine to have bone. That's just my preference. Tusk works fine too. There's nothing wrong with Tusk. It works great. I just like bone, and I think I'll be able to draw out a little more snap out of this J-45 than it's already given me. Excuse me. So I probably will do a video on that just to kind of hear the difference. You can go back and watch this video and hear how it sounded with the Tusk saddle, and then this one over here we'll go ahead and this new video will make a one with the bone saddle once I install it, just to hear the difference, if any. I think there will be a difference, but we'll see on that. But anyways, back to the guitar. I traded a Martin OME Cherry towards this guitar. My local music shop, one of them, he gave me a really good deal on it. He gave me a really good trade value for my Martin, a very fair trade value, especially for a store, considering they have to resell it. So I gave him that and a little bit of cash, and I came home with this J-45, and I am very happy with it. I've always wanted a J-45, and now I finally have one. So that's I don't know what else to say other than it's awesome. Most of you guys know all about it. And I do highly recommend one if you're not familiar with it. check one out. You won't be sorry that you played it. And this is a piece of history. I mean, the J-45, gosh, it's probably been on countless recordings throughout the years, countless genres of music. It speaks for itself. And the thing about a J-45 is when you hear it, at least for me, I can distinguish a J-45 on a recording or a J-45 variant by another manufacturer that's copied basically the J-45 body style. You can just tell it's got that slope-shouldered sound that's just very iconic and very unique. You can tell if you know what you're listening for. Like I said, this is a slope shoulder, really nice feeling guitar and looking guitar. It's all covered in nitrocellulose lacquer. They use hide glue on all. Gibson uses hide glue on all their guitars. So according to them, that helps translate vibrations better throughout the whole guitar. And as far as that's concerned, yes, it does really translate those vibrations very well all throughout the neck and the fretboard. You can just feel it. You can feel it resonating, and I love when a guitar does that. I love when a guitar does that. You have a rosewood fingerboard, rosewood bridge with the mother of pearl dots right here. Very classic guitar. Again, not much more I can say about it that others have not already said, and there's tons of videos on them, but just for my people here that like to watch my videos, I just wanted to kind of let you know what I've gotten and acquired since the last video. So I'm just going to play a little more of this guitar and just let you hear it. So here we go. Telling you, it's got a great sound to it. Just classic J-45 sound. It's got that very woody tone to it. Also, for those of you that might be wondering, I have been experimenting with strings since I got it. I tried Martin, I think it's the SP coated strings. Well, they're not coated, but they're longer lasting strings, which I like on all my Martin guitars, and they sound great. But I also like Martin retro strings, which is the Monel material. And I put Monels on these are 13s actually. Normally they come with 12s, but I like 13s on my acoustics, so I strung these up with the Martin Monels last night, and I really like the characteristics it brings out of the Gibson. Just gives it that, to me it makes it more Gibson sounding with the Monel strings. Very woody, very very dry tone, but in a good way, not a bad dry, a good dry mahogany, very mahogany like tone. I find the Monel strings work well on most every mahogany guitar I've ever put them on. But yeah, that's what's on these right now. Martin Retro 13s, the medium gauge. If you want to try, if you have a J-45 and you want to try that out, I would highly recommend trying the retros on your J-45. Plus, I would also recommend, if you use just light gauge 12s on your acoustics, try going up to 13s. You'd be surprised the improvement in performance you'll get as far as the volume and the tone, and actually better tuning stability as well. I just recently made the jump to 13s on all my acoustics, and I really like it. I don't think I'm ever going to go back to 12s unless the guitar can't handle it, you know, because of the bracing. But these J45s, excuse me, can handle it, and because they're short scale. Which is that is one thing I forgot to mention. This is a short scale guitar. All the J45s are. So because it's a short scale, you're gonna have less tension naturally. So 13s won't really feel like 13s on a standard scale guitar. At least in my opinion, they don't. They'll feel a little more pliable, and the Martin retro strings are a little pliable, more pliable than your normal strings, anyways. So try it, especially on this J45. I think you'll like it. And yeah, so that's what I have to say about this this Gibson here. Let me do a little finger picking before I let you go, so you can kind of hear if you're wondering what that sounds like. So here we go.